Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Tita Ann. Today I am so excited because we have our very first snow day. If you're new to my channel, you might not be aware that I'm from Hawaii, and a snow day is something very unusual for me because it never snowed in Hilo or Papaiko or Kapolei or even Waipahu. So I am so excited that it's a snow day. And it's a perfect day for the recipe that I want to share with you today. So the recipe I'm going to share with you is what I call chook. And I grew up knowing that this is called chook. In the islands, there's many different nationalities. So I know the Chinese call it jook, J-O-O-K. But I grew up in a Filipino household and it was called chook. And I don't know if it's because of how we pronounced it or my parents pronounced it. It was called chook. The ingredients are pretty simple. And I've had comments from some of my viewers, Kama and Venancia, and asked me how do I cook chook. That was around Thanksgiving. I told Kama, save that carcass. And that's what I did. So this is turkey. And my husband made baked beans. So he chopped up some bacon. I'm gonna use some of the bacon. That's what I'm going to saute my vegetables in. And this is some of the vegetables he cut up as well. Carrots, onion, look at it, no more carrots, it's celery. Celery, onions, and garlic. I also add frozen vegetables, and I only started adding frozen vegetables when my kids were growing up, because for me growing up, my mom never did put frozen vegetables in our chook. All chook was a carcass, maybe garlic and onion, and rice. Some people use raw rice, some people use fresh rice. And you know what, our power blinked and it actually went off for a few, maybe a minute or two. So we gotta hurry up because our stove is electric, and we're gonna let this simmer for about half an hour to an hour. Some people let this simmer from 2 to 4 hours. I can't wait that long for chook. Okay, I'm gonna go to the stove, saute, simmer, and I'm going to use raw rice today. Or I could use fresh rice. Thinking about it. See, you can be versatile with this. So here we are at the stove, and I'm just going to add a little bit of bacon. Just give it some flavor. Not a whole lot. If you are using bacon slices, maybe 3 or 4 if you wanted to. You know, I have made this recipe not only with turkey, with chicken carcass. Like you go Costco and you get a rotisserie chicken. Anywhere you get a rotisserie chicken. In the super Walmarts over here, they sell rotisserie chicken too. I'm so excited that I can actually film this today. It's a Monday. I've never ever had a snow day where you don't have to go to work because it's snowing. Oh, I've had days in Hawaii where it was a tsunami day, where you don't go to work because there's a tsunami watch or a hurricane warning. So, you know, that must have been interesting for some people who never experienced a tsunami watch or hurricane watch. All right, I'm going to put all of this. See how big this garlic is? I just smashed it. Put all of this. I know some people are gonna ask me for measurements. I just don't know. So maybe two stalks of celery, onion. I would say half a cup to 3/4 cup. I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she said that I cook like Mama, our grandmother on our mother's side. Our mama never measured anything, and she made fresh potato bread. Never used yeast. Her potato was her yeast to make the bread rise. Just put. That was like the famous line. I don't know, just put, I say stir. Just put some more. I don't know. Anyhow, If I bake something though, I usually use measurements. Like if I was to bake bread, you know, it's like baking is an exact art. Yeah. Some people don't, but I think I would. All right, this is sauteing nicely. I'm going to add the carcass, and then I'm going to add my broth. Okay, look at this. See how dry and hard it is? And that's how it gets sometimes when you roast your turkey. I like to put it in chook because it will soften. So let's see. Oh, and this piece that I couldn't take apart was part of the, I think the back or the, and I think it was the back because I think there's some stuffing in there. The good stuff. You know, all of this to me is the good stuff. Oh, the wing. That's my favorite part. See that? Once this simmers in the broth and everything, it's gonna get soft. So growing up, every time my mom made chook, she didn't take out the bones. That's not how we eat chook. Now, I've seen other people making chook, even my sister. And my sister married into a Chinese family. So they make jook. And in their jook, there is no bones. But growing up, I just love those bones. And my husband loves the bones too. I don't know if my kids love the bones. You love the bones?
I learned to eat around it.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't love it, but
Well,
that's
I
how
don't
you
know.
made it all my whole life. So
Yeah, that's what they're accustomed to. Oh, I guess this is the back, guys. So this is some meat, and within the bones of the back, there's the stuffing. So anyway, I'm going to put my broth in here and let this simmer. This will all break up.
I think if I had chook without the bones, something would be missing. You know what I mean? Because that's how we grew up eating it.
You don't know anything else.
Yeah. I think like getting bone as a kid was like, oh, because there's always meat on the bone.
Yes.
It's not just a bone.
It was treat.
Yeah, it was like, oh, bonus. I got a bone.
Yes, it was a bonus. Exactly the word. Okay, now I'm going to take this. And I have to measure because, you know, some people out there, they like measurements. Me, I don't know measurements. This is a cup. Lord, and it's gonna take a while to get that in there because I'm using this ladle because people like measurements. I'm a non-conformist. Oh, look. I was just gonna use that. I gotta use the measuring spoon. I almost used my regular spoon. 1 teaspoon, that's what the direction says. There's 1 cup. I kind of monitoring this because that's gonna gauge also how much rice I'm going to put in here. And I think I will use raw rice today. I don't always use raw rice. This is 2 cups. I don't know how to make arroz caldo, but that is another porridge rice dish that the Filipinos make. My co-workers used to do that, and it's yummy. They put lots of ginger. I was gonna put ginger in here, but then the old man came and said, are you gonna put ginger in there? And I said, well, I was thinking about it. And he said, no, put ginger, because I never put ginger before. But I thought I can try put ginger. I don't usually put bacon. He said, no, put ginger, because that's not what he's accustomed to. And, you know, for one Filipino, no, he's not Filipino. He's not Filipino by blood. He's Haole Hawaiian. And for one Haole Hawaiian man, he loves chook and he loves Filipino food. My oldest daughter said, oh my gosh, Dad can talk more Filipino words than her Filipino husband. Isn't that a crack up? because my daughter's married to a Filipino man. But our Hawaiian haole old man here talk more Filipino words. That is a crack up. Okay, I lost count.
This is your third one.
Oh, hello. I talk too much. Hard
3
to-
cups.
3.
3 cups of chicken broth.
Okay, gotta go one more because for every cup of rice, I want to put 4 cups of
Broth.
liquid or broth. You know, if you don't have broth, you can just use water and season as necessary. Because back in the day, when my kids were growing up, I hardly ever used this chicken powder thing to make broth. I think I would use like Swanson in the can. But you have stuff in your kitchen that you can season this with. And this is already seasoned. The carcass is seasoned. So, you know, a good go-to is like shoyu. 3 times around the pot, shoyu. Salt and pepper. You can season your broth however you want. Celery, onion, garlic, carrots. Okay, so this is 4 cups. This is 4 cups. And that means I would use 1 cup of rice. But I still have some more hot water and there's still space in here. So if I put 2 more cups, then I would put 1.5 cups of rice. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. 5. The magic is already happening. I can feel it. Oh, and there's stuffing that was stuck onto the skin. Oh my gosh. This is a hearty chook. You also have to keep in mind, that's why I'm keeping extra water in here. As you simmer and as you boil, this liquid is going to reduce. So you have to make adjustments. If you add 1.5 cups and you know, if you think it reduced by 1/2 cup, then you gotta adjust and put 1/2 cup more of liquid. Six cups. Wow. I wonder if I could even do 8 cups. Anyway, I am going to adjust because that looks so good already like that. We gotta make rice. We gotta put rice. Anyway, let's lower the temperature to a simmer and time it. I'm gonna do that. Let it simmer for 30 minutes. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is at a rolling boil. Whoa. I'm going to add my rice already in there. Some people might ask me if I wash the rice. No, I never wash the rice. I'm just gonna add 1.5 cups of rice. 1.5 cups because that was 6 cups of water. I never wash the rice. You're not gonna die if you don't wash your rice. I'm pretty sure. Alright, I added the rice because it's gonna take a while for it to cook, you know. So I'm gonna let that simmer together with the broth and let this get softened. Okay. Lower the temp. Oh yeah, you know how you cook rice on the pot, you gotta let it come to a rolling boil. So it's at a rolling boil. And you let it boil for what? Ooh, look at that garlic. Nice piece of garlic. And the bacon. There's that skin. Our friendly neighborhood skin. I'm gonna have to cut that up because I know somebody else who likes skin. And he cannot have it all to himself. This is gonna be some nice, hearty, good soup for this snowy day. I wonder if I'm gonna have another snow day tomorrow because I don't think all that snow's gonna melt. All right, simmer, cover, time. Simmer, cover, time. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes and the rice is still not fully cooked like how we want it. You see, it's full grain, whole grain. My mom called it buak, means crack. So the rice grains will crack, it'll open up. I needed to add another cup of water and tasted the broth, so I didn't need to add any more chicken powder. But see that? So I need to cook it a little bit more than 20 minutes, and I said to you 30 minutes. So yes, I did add more water, and you see how thick it is already? But we want that better. Okay, so I'm gonna let that simmer even longer and allow this rice to absorb more of the broth. I'm also gonna add, I said I already added a cup of water. I'm going to add another cup of water and bring this to a rolling boil. So in addition, that's a total of 8 cups. Total of 8 cups and a cup and a half of rice. Okay. And the papa, old man, came to the pot and stirred it, and he said, "That skin is mine." I told you, I'm gonna cut that skin because he cannot have it all to himself. I'm gonna hide the wing before he gets anything because the wing is my favorite. So where is it? I'm gonna hide it in my bowl. Anyway, I have to let this roll boil and then continue simmering. I'm gonna find that wing yet. All right, it's rolling boil cover. Oh, it's looking so yummy. All right, already. Oh, let's check how remember I said I wanted to crack. So the rice has absorbed more of the broth. I put the heat up to full, to the highest, because I want this vegetables. Maybe I don't even need, oh, never mind, just put it all. And I did find the wing. Where did it go? There it is. Oh, is there 2 wings? Anyhow, I am going to save it right there on the side, just like I did the last time. So the frozen vegetables already defrosted. Just is a matter of heating it through. But doesn't that look even nicer with frozen vegetables? You could add anything you want. We always have frozen kale on hand. Today I decided not to put frozen kale. I also wanted to let you know that while it was simmering, I did have to add more water. So you add more water as necessary as you look at it, you know, because you're gonna like, you'll know what kind of consistency of soup you like. If you want it watery, then you're gonna add more. If you like it thicker. To me, this is like a porridge. Okay, I'll just let that simmer for another 10 minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm gonna share this bowl with Papa. See, I told you I would share the skin with him, but I did cut it up, you know, so it'd be even. He's gonna like that. I need to give him a separate bowl for his bones. Our chook is finished. Now it's time for the taste test. I hope you liked this video and you like the scenery. This is perfect comfort food for a day like today. If you saved your carcass from Thanksgiving, you can try this recipe. But fear not, because if you don't have a carcass, you can pick up a rotisserie chicken and do the same recipe. And you will enjoy it too. Thank you. Remember to share, subscribe, like, and click on the bell icon for more videos. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Aloha! See you next time.